Alright, so we're here in the garage and we're working on the Harley. What we are going to be doing is we're going to be installing a lay flat license plate. So as many of you know, with the T's and the lowriders in general, they kind of have this large yet wonky looking vertical license plate bracket. So we're going to be taking this off and we are going to be replacing it with this just simple cheap Amazon license plate bracket that'll lay flat and be more curved to the fender. Should be an easy install. If it is and everything works out the way it is supposed to, I will put a link down in the description where you can get this. It's just a simple one that I found on Amazon, and we will go from there. Like most things from Amazon, there's no instructions, so we will have to figure it out along the way, but like I said, it should be pretty simple. What I'll probably do is kind of try and talk you guys through step by step so you can figure out how to do this and hopefully save you guys from the difficult parts that may or may not arise. So enjoy. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is I went ahead and took the bolt out that kind of holds like the clamp part of the license plate out, and the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get an 11mm socket that goes on the back side of these screws. Get a long screwdriver, doesn't necessarily need to be this long, but a long enough screwdriver that you can hold these screws still and just crack those loose. They're going to have these locking washers. Hopefully that'll focus enough. These locking washers on the back. And then once you can get those cracked loose, they just simply unscrew, and then this piece lifts out. So we'll set this piece off to the side here on top of our box, and then we will take the last one out. So if you're looking at this and wondering how it all comes apart, that is how it all comes apart, and it looks like and feels like the rubber piece that is supplied with the kit will go behind, and we'll go from there. We'll just kind of play around with it and see what looks and feels right and how fitment goes on it. And yeah, so I'll pick you guys back up when we get that last piece off. Pretty simple so far. Alright, so now we've got the license plate bracket off. Now is a good time to clean it a little bit. You don't want to put grummy parts back on the... You don't want to put a new part on grummy paint. So get you guys flipped around so you can see a little bit of dirt. Give that a little spritz. Take our microfiber. We'll clean that down. We're actually taking the bike out tonight to a it's called Hot Rods and Handlebars down in Sunbury at 80 Faro. It's kind of a cool event. It's a car show and bike show all at the same time. So we'll try and get some good footage for you when we're down there. Now it's time for the reinstall. So I was looking at the supplied hardware, and these are the nuts and bolts that Harley used, and this is the nuts and bolts that come with the kit. So if I were a betting individual, the longer supplied, given there's 3 of them, or what's used to hold the plate down, hold the bracket down, and then the shorter ones that come with your little kit are going to be what holds the license plate bracket together and kind of it's going to bend your plate. Just going to have to accept that it is going to bend the plate. I think it's going to look better though. What I'm debating on is using the factory Harley screws and washers. I think it's going to be a little more secure than the Chinese stuff that's sent with it. I mean it's metal. It's got a little bit of a rough edges. Quality of it's not bad, and it's got alignment holes so you can align it up, and it is going to fit. Where I'm wondering is where the rubber piece is supposed to go. And my guess is it's going to go on the painted side. I don't think it needs to be metal on metal. I think rubber. I think painted. Yeah. Painted fender, rubber piece. This goes on it like this. And then this sits up against the paint. So it should protect it a little bit, which will be kind of nice. So we're going to play around with it, but I think I'm going to use the factory Harley stuff. All right, we're back. Short little clip here. Can't use factory Harley stuff. It is the thread and diameter is too large, so we are going to have to use the supplied hardware that comes with it. And I'll just thread into there like that, and then we will use the 3 washers or nuts actually that are in here to put it back together. Just a little guy. This is a lock washer though, it's got nylon in it, so that's kind of nice. What we'll probably do is set the first one, and then we'll try and get the other 2 in and get it all set. Alright, I had to let the camera cool off. It was getting a little too hot here in the garage. So the supplied hardware that comes with the kit is the hardware you have to use, because the OE Harley screws are too big. So where we're at right now is we've got the 3 screws placed, and that rubber piece that came with it is directly behind this triangle. I don't know if you can see it back there. We're going to tighten these all down. The back side is a, set you guys back up, the back side is a 10, and then the front I've got a HW5, one of these things. If you have a Harley-Davidson and you don't have one of these sets, get one. Harley likes to use them on all their stuff apparently. So we're going to get these bolts tightened down real quick, and then we will start getting the plate shaped on there, and we should be done or fairly close to done with this install. Okay, drop the last tool and switch to a 5/32 hex key. I've gotten this little Cobalt little flip book thing. They kind of suck. I wouldn't recommend them, but we've got it on. So now that we've got the bracket on, just tighten these down one at a time. That way it can stay straight, or as straight as it can be. And now it is actually time to put the license plate on, and we're almost done here. So we'll get this license plate on We'll get this license plate put on real quick, and then we will be done, and we'll show you the finished product. So getting the license plate in here was a lot easier than I thought. Take the top side of the bracket, and it just snaps right in. And then you're going to take the provided hardware, which also looks like hex bolts, and bolt it on in, and then we're done. And then we'll just make sure that the license plate light, sorry, brain fart there, still illuminates the plate, and then we'll be good to go. Good to know an important discovery. So on this bracket, there's gonna be a cutout at the top, not one on the bottom. This cutout side is the one that needs to go on the top of your frame for your plate. If it's on the other side, it doesn't seem to be lining up correctly. So we're going to try it this way, see if that works. Alright, good news. I'm going to be cleaning up here in the background, but I'm going to explain that I've got the plate on. So, is it the best, most perfect fitment? No. Does it fit really good? Yeah. Had a slight hang up with, there's 4 bolts to get the license plate in. One of them wasn't quite aligning right, so that can be a little frustrating, but once you get that figured out, it is on. It does look pretty cool, and all in all, your license plate doesn't have to have a ungodly natural torque to it to begin with. It's just a license plate. I'm going to finish cleaning up here. So I really don't like having a dirty shop. Even though it looks like an organized mess, it's organized chaos. So I'm going to finish cleaning up here. I'll show you guys what we've got done, and then overall, I guess I can do a review on it real quick. Overall, I think it's worth getting. It's $60 from Amazon. Like I said, I'll post a link to it down in the bottom for you guys. If you want to also get one for your lowrider, your low rider ST. I'm not sure what other Harleys it would work on, if it would work on any other Harleys at all. I don't want to tell somebody to for sure. Go ahead. So I'm gonna finish this last clip out on the old phone here. The camera that I just got, and I'm still trying to learn, overheated. So as you can see, lays flat, does what's supposed to. 4 bolts look nice. This was the one I was having trouble with getting lined up. Lay flat plate, and what we'll do is we will turn the bike on, at least get the accessory switch on, just make sure that this thing is still illuminated and stays legal. So I mean, technically the plate light is still there, so we still have a plate light, so we're still good there, so we'll be all right. Lay flat plate looks pretty good. Fits the curvature of the bike well. I think it really sleekens up this tail end. And not sure what we're gonna do next. We might be building a trunk top box for it. And yeah, thanks guys for watching. Really do appreciate it. And tune in until next time.